Jake Tapper reporting today, 2 days ago. President Obama authorized the deployment to Uganda of approximately 100 combat-equipped U.S. forces to help regional forces remove from the battlefield, meaning capture or kill, Lord's Resistance Army leader Joseph Kony and senior leaders of the LRA. I wonder how the Wall Street crowd's going to react to this when they find out that Obama has sent troops to another war. Mr. Limbaugh, it's just 100 peacekeepers, it's just 100. Yep, that's how Libya started. And by the way, there's no end in sight for Libya. The forces will ultimately go to Uganda, South Sudan, the Central African Republic, and the Democratic Republic of the Congo. With the permit, was 100 people going to go to all those places? The president made the announcement in a letter to House Speaker John Boehner this afternoon, saying that deploying these U.S. armed forces furthers U.S. national security interests and foreign policy, and it'll be a significant contribution toward counter-LRA efforts in Central Africa. LRA is Lord's Resistance Army, and it doesn't mean God's Resistance Army. Lord is some lord, some guy. Defense Department official tells ABC's Luis Martinez at the Pentagon U.S. troops will be in Africa for a few months in an advisory role. 100 troops. 100 in an advisory role. So nothing to worry about here, folks. Only going to be for a few months. Now, up until today, most Americans have never heard of the Combat Lord's Resistance Army. And here we are at war with them. Have you ever heard of Lord's Resistance Army, Dawn? How about you, Brian? Snerdley, have you? You never heard of Lord's Resistance Army? Well, proves my contention most Americans have never heard of it, and here we are at war with them. Lord's Resistance Army are Christians. It means God. I was only kidding. Lord's Resistance Army are Christians. They are fighting the Muslims in Sudan. And Obama has sent troops, United States troops, to remove them from the battlefield, which means kill them. That's what the lingo means. To help regional forces remove from the battlefield, meaning capture or kill. So that's a new war, 100 troops to wipe out Christians in Sudan, Uganda. And no, I'm not kidding. Jacob Tapper just reported it. Now, are we going to help the Egyptians wipe out the Christians? Wouldn't you say that we are? I mean, the Coptic Christians are being wiped out, but it wasn't just Obama that supported that. It was a bunch of, the conservative intelligentsia thought it was an outbreak of democracy. Now they've done a 180 on that, but they forgot they supported it in the first place. Now they're criticizing it. Lord's Resistance Army objectives. I have them here. To remove dictatorship and stop the oppression of our people. Now, again, Lord's Resistance Army is who Obama has sent troops to help nations wipe out. The objectives of the Lord's Resistance Army, what they're trying to accomplish with their military action in these countries, is the following. To remove dictatorship and stop the oppression of our people. To fight for the immediate restoration of competitive multi-party democracy in Uganda. To see an end to gross violation of human rights and dignity of Ugandans. To ensure the restoration of peace and security in Uganda. To ensure unity, sovereignty, and economic prosperity beneficial to all Ugandans, and to bring to an end the repressive policy of deliberate marginalization of groups of people who may not agree with the LRA ideology. Those are the objectives of the group that we are fighting, or who are being fought and we are joining in the effort to remove them from the battlefield. The government of Uganda claims that Lord's Resistance Army only has 500 or 1,000 soldiers in total. So what's the threat? If that's the maximum size of their army, what's the threat? 1,000 soldiers? Now 1,100 soldiers, because we have said 100. I'm not making this up. This is Jacob Tapper. ABC News had reported that Obama got a letter off to John Boehner a couple days ago announcing this. It's just for a few months until the Lord's Resistance Army is eradicated. That's all. Just a few months.